How do you feel about advancing?
Really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys going to do after the game?
I'll probably eat some food.
Food time?
Maybe celebrate, relax a little bit.
Pizza Hut.
No.
Pizza
I want
Hut.
Korean barbecue.
We're going to Pizza Hut.
We're not going to Pizza Hut.
Alright. So, how do you feel about the second game?
I feel the second game we could have easily won it. We had a pretty good stage at the point where we could have just gone as 5 and pushed up the hill if AM didn't, well, we were in a bad situation in the sense that AM was split pushing all the time. He was threatening our base, but we could easily take them 5v5. But we could never get into that kind of situation to force them back.
What was the rationale behind going Maelstrom first?
The idea behind Maelstrom is it's cheap and cost efficient, so you can go as 5 early. If you have pipe up, you can enter base and you can just have this bear siege the tower over and over. And it's safer instead of having bear save 3800 for a relic, where until he gets that, he's useless. If he dies, then you set back real far. And well, it's more of an early game kind of item choice. We're saying, hey, we want to fight with bear. We want you guys to come and fight us.
So, what do you think about all the jungling bans that's been happening?
I like it. It opens up the pool to pretty much everything else we want to use.
Well,
You gonna say something?
when we first started picking Chen and Edge, we thought that eventually some teams are going to start banning this against us, which means that there are more hero pool open for us to be able to pick, and that's exactly what ended up happening in this event.
So yeah, the third game, you got Luna and DS, and that's kind of ridiculous. How do you feel about that?
Well, it felt like I don't know, maybe they choked a little or something. They picked TA and Night Stalker in the first 2 heroes, and as soon as we saw that, we knew that TA or NS would be in the short lane farming. So we had the opportunity to pick Darkseer against this, and having a Darkseer trialing against either TA or Night Stalker trialing is already a plus for us. And in this scenario, we can win our off lane, and mid lane we already have a Nyx who basically washes with almost all heroes. And bottom lane we had our Luna, and who's going to free farm against Bounty Hunter with sentries. So in this scenario, we felt like we could win all 3 of our lanes, and as soon as we got our ultis up, we could just group up as 5, and they have an NS who's already low level, so he couldn't really accomplish much. And as soon as daytime hit, we just went together as 5 and took all their towers, and they basically had to forfeit everything because they had no AoE to stop our
Yeah,
pushes.
which point in the game did you feel that you're like, we got this?
Well, as soon as they started giving up all tier 1 towers, we're like, okay, we're starting to see a pattern here. They just started to not defend and try to split push and farm, but none of their heroes had any AoE, and they had nothing to defend anything with.
Okay, so, sorry.
For me, it was when the first night was over. Night Stalker has this 3-minute cooldown on his ults, and he has 30 seconds of nighttime where he can do what he wants. But outside of that, he's a creep. He doesn't do anything. Exactly, he's a day stalker. Day stalkers don't stalk people.
Alright, so LGDCN is playing DK next. So if they go 2-0, you guys, are second in the group. But if they go 2-1, you guys advance. But so are you still cheering for them? Just not that hard.
Well, obviously we're cheering for them, but at the same time we also want to end up first in our group. I mean, if you go second, it's a much more difficult road ahead of us. So we want to get first, that's for sure.
Yeah, I want to win.
Alright, so thank you guys for your interview. Any final words you want to say?
Shout out to our fans, shout out to our sponsors, LGD, Taobao, and Razer, and thanks for G League. It's an awesome tournament.
Same.
Brax, tell us more about yourself. This is like the first time we've ever seen you on screen. Ever.
Well, it's not my fault. I mean, people want to interview God. Not me. Hey, it's not appropriate. Well, I'd say I'm pretty unknown. Every player here has some huge background or history behind them that's easy to find. I don't, so I guess that's the big difference.
Any final words?
Oh, not really.
Alright.
I'm hungry.
Thank you guys.